Heidi ho, good neighbors. Happy Thursday. We're almost through the week. I hope your week has been great so far. Mine's been interesting. Anyway, welcome. I'm Phil Russert, and this is Creatorcon Q&A. And tonight we have a really cool guest. He's well known in the indie industry, and he's had some successful campaigns, crowdfunding campaigns, and he has a new one on the way we're going to discuss. Before we get to that, I have my usual shout outs that I like to give. Andy Lee, www.lesdudis.com, lesdudis.com. He is a wonderful individual that does all my promo graphics, and he's great for pop culture and geek culture, con reviews, things like that. So please go check out Andy Lee at lesdudis.com. Just to remind everybody, this Saturday in Suffolk County in Long Island, it's called Devotion art sale and meet and greet show. Basically, I will be vending there. It is not my event, but I will be vending at the event under my Legendary Illustrations banner, representing three fine artists, Tony Cordos, Mauro Zapata, and Henry Martinez. We'll also have Larry Stroman there, Keith Williams, Pete Vasquez, and a vast array of other people, Alex Rivera, etc. It's $5 cash at the door, so come on out, buy some art, have some fun. It's a small little gathering, nothing major, and it will be safe, and masks are required. Also, I want to let you know that I have announced the Suffolk Comic and Art Expo that was postponed. It was slated for last Sunday. Will be March 14th. We will have Billy Tucci. We will have Scott Hanna. We will have Larry Stroman. We will have Keith Williams, among other guests, and the guest list might grow. Hey, Richard, what's going on? Mike, how are you, my friend? Thank you both for coming out. So I just want to let you know about those. The other plug I want to do today is Heroes for Causes. Heroes for Causes is really important. They're a great group of guys that dedicate a lot of time and a lot of money of their own to create awesome comic books that relate to people with CF, which is cystic fibrosis, which if you don't know it, please look it up. It is a very serious chronic disease. It is very hard to live with it, and it's hard to be family members of someone who lives with it. And another character that they created and have a comic book for pediatric cancer. I don't even have to tell you how tragic that is. So I would just say, please go to Heroes for Causes. Go buy their books. The money is going to those people, those patients, and those families, and research and everything that it can do to help. And you get a really cool comic book with some great artwork as well. So I just want to let you know that. I usually do more shout-outs, but I'm going to get straight into the show today. I want to get into the content. There is one last thing I want to say. I do apologize for my unprofessional rant yesterday. I don't apologize for what I said. I apologize for how I said it. I should have presented it better. Public is fine. I should have just presented it better. So I'm just going to say that. And thank you for all the love and support I got from everybody. And I would hope that despite that video, anyone that I represent or any of the vendors and artists that attend my shows do not suffer any consequences by anyone who was offended by my actions. They were solely mine. They have nothing to do with anybody else. And I stand by what I said, just not how I said it. And thank you for all the love and support I got. Now, having said that, tonight we have a great indie guest. He has several campaigns under his belt that were successful, and he's had Hellbringers. He's had his Hellbringer card game. He's got a new crowdfunding campaign coming up we're going to talk about today, and then, of course, he's got future projects after that. He's a really great guy, and I'm going to introduce him. His name is Mark May.
What's going on, buddy? Guys? How we doing tonight?
How are you?
Welcome to Thursday night. I don't know. I lost it right there.
Are we all ready to? You remind me of those old arcades that we used to be able to go to. Remember that, man? You had those big arcades. You just go and drop a quarter.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's the 1-up systems back there, man. Those are sweet little deals that you can get from like Walmart and stuff like that. So you guys want one? You got $250. There you go.
Someday, man. Someday. Hey, Alfred, how are you? Thanks for showing. Trish, hello. How are you? Oh, thanks for the air hugs. How are you? All right. So let's get into it. Who the hell are you?
Well, that's a good question, right? You guys want to know if you're going to be watching for the next hour. So I'm Mark May. I'm the creator of Hellbringers, also friend of Mayhem Productions. I have been in the industry for about 6 years. I am 35 years old, just turned 35. I am one of the newbies of the industry, I guess is probably the best way to put it. Rookie every day, even though I've been doing this professionally for 6 years, it always feels like it still. I'm learning something new every day. I have worked for Counterpoint Comics doing covers, worked for Big Dog Inc. doing pinup work. I've also done a cover for Yule's Vision, and I've also created my own books, which are Hellbringers. If you saw the last campaign on Chad Harden's Kickstarter, I created Hellbringers, The Sacred Heart. And those guys basically came in and licensed out the product, and we all made it together. Ryan Brown, Chad Harden, me, Russ Cassidy, McLean McGuire, and it's great to have those guys as a team, for the last book, and I'm glad we got it accomplished. And now we got a new book called Jengar and Shred, which I'm the creator of as well. And it stems from the Hellbringers universe, because all of this kind of comes from the card game. So if you played the card game before, then we got tons of characters that we make comics out of, or we're going to start making comics out of. And this is the first venture. This is that first hoorah, you know what I mean? Let's see if we can't go down this path and actually make a great book. And one of the things that I really appreciate is the interior story art of comic books. And, I found one of the best people in the world to do it, Rich Bonk, for Jengar and Shred. If you guys have the link, we could throw it up a little bit later too, but you can go ahead and start to follow the project right now. So we launch on Saturday. Rich Bonk did the line art, so he did the pencils and the inks. Gary Kissel, who I'm just now working with for the first time ever. He's known for his IDW work. He's doing the colors. He's doing great. Russ is helping us put the whole project together. He's kind of like a project manager and an editor. Russ Cassidy also did 2 covers for colors for Chad Harden and also Rich Bonk. And then Joseph Michael Linsner did a cover, which is insane.
Yeah, that's part of it there. We're going to show it.
Yeah, that's a cover image right there for that one.
Trish Bengston says hello. Tom Hutchinson said again with this guy. I just want to tell everybody real quick, right there. All right, the link was just put in the chat on Creatorcon. It's scrolling on the bottom. If you click the link, you go there. We'd ask you for the notify me on the launch. Please go click it. All right, go click it if you want to be notified. It looks like a fun tale. A lot of great art. Again, we want to support the indie scene. So I just want to show you again, this is the page you'll get right there in the green bar. Notify me on launch. You just click it, and you'll get an email letting you know when it's ready to launch, when it's launching, and you can do that and get on the book, man. Get right away.
Please do. We have the amazing Steph Wilson coming in to do a cover as well. Like I said, Chad Harden, I'm doing a cover, and I think it's the best work I've ever done professionally. Personally, and I know a lot of people, they have, different art tastes, so other people might like other covers that have done better, but this one, I think by far was the most work that I've ever put into a project for a cover, ever. And it shows, I hope. Sanju did incredible colors on it as well, like he always does. That guy's the man. Can't say enough about him. Man, I'm scared, Philip. This is nervous time. You know what I mean? Like, this.
What did I tell you the other night? What did I tell you the other night?
You said no fear. Don't
just do it.
Just do it.
Listen, there's no decision in this world. All right. Let me rephrase that. Most decisions in this world, no matter what, you can recover from. Life will go on. You'll be good. You'll find a way. It's not all or nothing, my friend, and it's going to be successful. Trust me, it's going to be successful.
I do trust you, and I do appreciate the words of wisdom, my friend. It's just one of those things, man. It's like, it gets scary. It's like that big test at the end of the road in college. You know what I mean? Or something like that.
Enjoy the journey,
man.
Enjoy the journey. Don't be scared. Enjoy the journey. Because listen, these moments are what molds you to appreciate your success. And when you're at that level of success, you look back at these moments, you sit around, you laugh, you smile, and you think of them fondly. So just create the moment, enjoy the journey. I'm just telling you that, man.
I'm gonna do that, and that's kind of what I've been trying to play with. I mean, you've seen me and you've talked to me. I'm keeping it all level-headed right now, but you also know I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm not like some of these guys that's great at showing.
Dude, if anybody wears their emotions on their sleeve,
yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. To be fair, with you had some good reasoning behind all that. So
I'm not even going to get into that. This is about you today.
I know.
But what I'm going to say is it's good though. Ride the emotion, but enjoy it.
So that was a good lead-in. You want to show them the video?
Yes, I got it all keyed up, ready to go. You ready?
No more about me, guys. Don't leave yet.
All right, hang on. Let's check this out.
Yeah, you guys watch this amazing video.
All right. Jengar and Shred number 1. That's what I usually hear.
Oh, you gotta have the sound up too.
It's not up?
Oh no, you can't hear it at all.
You're kidding.
Nope.
I heard it. How do I turn that up? It's playing in my headphones. You don't hear it?
Technical difficulties.
It was playing in my earphones. You guys don't hear it?
No, I can't hear it on the show, brother.
Give us some feedback. Do you hear it? Were you hearing it in the chat? Because it's on. What's going on here? It's in my headphones. Any feedback? Anybody? Were you hearing the sound? That is so weird. I don't understand. It's in my headphones. And the speaker is on, and it's all the way up.
That's fine.
No, it's not fine. It's cool music to it. And it's blasting in my eardrums. I don't know what's going on. Let's try mic. Is it because it's internal audio? All right, well, talk, Mark. Say something.
Okay, I will. Anybody that ever says talk, Mark, that's not gonna go well. So I'll try to keep it PG. Guys, if you're interested, this is the cover. Original cover art right here. For that Jengar cover you're going to see later on tonight.
I don't
always keep that right next to me. I don't think I'm ever going to sell that one, but it is going to be available on the Kickstarter as one of the options as the tiers that you can pick up. Just be ready to spend a little money on that one. It's going to be a little up there. For the rest of the tiers, for the rewards and stuff like that, we actually have some pretty sweet covers coming your way. So we have Virgin variants, we have trade variants, we've got metal variants, chromium variants. Just get ready for all the different covers we got coming your way. I will warn you, I have upped the price on the Linsner metal edition. There's only going to be 5 available, and they're going to be $500 a piece. Ooh. So that's 500 on the metal.
Metal, that's sweet.
The metal version for the Linsner. The rest of them will be 100, like usually are for other covers. So the rest of the cover options for the rewards, it all kind of varies. There's going to be 10 options on there for me to do a sketch of Jengar for you. It's $50, and it'll be a random Jengar sketch that I'll throw in there. Other than that, you got any questions for me, Phil?
Yeah, how do I get this sound going? Andy, save me. Man, this is the one area of my show that is so bad is tech.
Dude, hey, here's the deal. If you want to just play the video and just not have sound, it's still cool.
It's too bad because the sound is coming in perfectly to me, and I don't know why. I tried checking the the audio, and it's all saying it's on. All right, let me put it on. Let's see what happens from there. And share screen from screen, and you need to click share audio.
Typical Philip Russert show right here, guys.
Yeah, where do you hit share audio, dude? It doesn't say to do that. I don't have anywhere to say that. Damn it, I need a mod. And I just learned what a mod is, so there you go. All right, it says share screen. Let me try this again. Is there an share audio? No, I don't know. Maybe if I unplug. hear shit. Yeah, it's coming. I don't hear anything when it's off.
It's okay.
Hey, Ronnie Ramos.
Everybody check it out. Oh, is it Rodney? Yo, what's up, Rodney? That dude's a man. I've met him like 3 times. He's always been cool to me.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I don't know.
You guys will have to check out the video on YouTube for this one. Just look up Jingard Shred, and it should pull up the video for you if you want to hear the music for this one, guys. Also, what we're seeing here basically is a preview of how the book was made. Different sketches, different cover sketches. That one right there is a cover sketch. That's Chad Harden's artwork and 4 different little color platforms to kind of promote it. That's his final work right there. And then, you know, there's the original artwork for Rich Box cover that Russ did, which is, there's Russ's colors right there. It's fantastic. There's a little snippet of one of the pages. I don't want to give you too much on that page. There's Steph Wilson's cover.
There you go.
Oh my God, really? You want to do the whole video first?
You get feedback, it'll be blasting your ears out. I'm hearing it blasting in my ears. And Andy, I don't see anywhere it says share audio.
So that,
and
right
it's a
there,
cool soundtrack. This is aggravating me.
It is, dude. The music does kind of make the video, but it's okay, man. Let's not worry about it. We'll show them after. We'll put a link in the video or something like that.
All right. Well.
Hey, what can go wrong will go wrong, right?
Oh, you listen. I'm Irish, but Murphy hates me. Murphy's Law. That Irish prick hates me. Maybe it's because I don't drink. I don't know what it.
You guys want to see the Mark made G.I. Joe?
All right. What's the code name?
No code name. No code name yet.
All right, you guys in the chat, it's your job to come up with a code name for Mark's G.I. Joe.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do I'll tell you what. We're going to do a code name contest right now. I got free art prints. 2 free art prints for anybody that comes up, whoever comes up with the best Mark May G.I. Joe code name. All right? I want ideas in the chat. How's that sound, Mark? You pick the winner, what your G.I. Joe code name is, and I'll give him 2 art prints.
Deal.
All right, so here we go. Tell us, what do we got here?
Okay, so this right here is my cover for Jengar and Shred. If you can zoom in just a little bit on it. Let's see. There's tons of minor details that you might miss, especially at the bottom of the cover. If you're a big fossil nerd like I am, or dinosaur nerd, or any of that stuff, like I'm a huge rock nerd too. I'm holding a piece of Sugar Light right now in my hand.
Agent half a sack. Tell said you're Agent half a sack. I'm sorry to cut you off, but holy crap. Dude, Dell, that's great.
Agent half a sack? Yeah, it is.
All right, Mark, go ahead. I'm sorry. So there's a lot of detail.
God, that's beautiful, dude.
Oh, shit, Dell. So go ahead.
So this is at the bottom there. It's got ammonites, trilobites. If you can zoom in on the bottom part there, Phil.
Hang on. When I zoom in, it takes out the bottom. I don't know what to tell you.
That's okay.
When I zoom in, see, it goes like that, and I try to shift it. Oh, there we go. Okay, it wasn't shifting up, but now it is.
It's got a Meg shark tooth down at the bottom too.
Nice, right there.
Yeah, there's that Canadian ammonite right next to her feet. Sanju went so far in the detail as to actually color every color into it. So the blues, the reds, the yellows, the greens. It's so good, man. Sanju, I don't know if you guys know, he is the greatest color artist in the entire world. That dude They look great. I love working with him. This cover is by far my favorite cover we've ever done together. The the way he colored the dinosaurs, man, that is awesome. I can't wait for him to do more covers with us on this one because I can't wait to draw her more, to tell you the truth.
Awesome. I liked what he did with the lava flow up top.
How about Shred Man like that?
Look at that, is awesome.
Captain Swollen Lump. You only get two guesses or two tries.
Yeah. See, everybody else is trying to be nice. Mayday, that's a good one, Andy. Everyone's trying to be nice, and here's Dell with Agent Half a Sack.
I'm gonna show my Dell. I'm gonna show Dell both my sacks there in a second.
Only Dell, I swear to God. So yeah, I thought the color on the volcano lava was also beautiful, and how we captured the light. And we have a different color version of this too. I don't know if it's the next one, so God help us. But yeah, there we go. You have the pink flowers on there, and there's a some color changes.
Oh yeah, so that was just a couple of the color changes that we had put in at the end. There is all that is. So the pink is what the final will be.
Okay, very cool. I like the little details. There's the stuff that makes it fun to look at.
Yeah, so I tried that little detail that you were just on right there. I actually posted that, and that's what got me in Facebook jail for a day.
What?
Yeah, just right behind her butt there, what the saltopus is looking at.
Yeah.
That I posted a little snippet of just that part, and
Are you serious?
In Facebook jail, dude.
With all of the pinup art that goes on here, that was an issue?
Dude, I just saw one today where it was full frontal nudity on somebody's story that stayed up the entire 24 hours, and I'm sitting here like,
wow,
that saltopus is looking at a leaf. A leaf.
That's crazy.
They ban me for food control or something like that. Food control.
That's unbelievable. And speaking of Linsner, there we go.
There he is, the most legendary pinup artist that ever lived. I'm so happy you got to do a cover for us, because that cover right there is literally like our bread and butter of covers, I do believe. I love the cover. I love the concept. He even did the logo for us.
That's awesome.
That. Like, he just, I was like, you really want to do the logo? He's like, yeah, man. I was like, okay.
You know what the Jengar reminds me of? Was it was it Space Ghost? One of the Hanna-Barbera logos. It's got that cool retro feel to it.
Yeah, it does.
I like that.
That's exactly what we needed to tie everything together, because we couldn't decide on a logo for 5 months. So
yeah, I think it's fitting. I like it. It's got a retro kind of look to what's going on here. I think it fits perfectly.
I'm glad you like it.
Then we have this.
That's Chad Harden's cover.
You all know Chad. If you don't, I don't know what closet you're living in, just to show some of the detail.
Chad's the guy that gave me the confidence to basically put out this book, since, me and him basically did co-project manager for the last book, and it taught me everything I needed to know that I already knew, but didn't know that I had the confidence in, basically putting books out. And then here we go. I mean, we're at that step now, 2 months after we got done with the last one, where we actually have a book that is fantastic. The art is great for the covers. The art inside is going to blow you away. Every page has something where you're just like, are you kidding me?
Look at that. Really nice. And again, great job on the colors.
Yeah, Chad did great. That's Russ Cassidy on colors, y'all. He leveled up for that cover.
Oh, really? Wow. I didn't think he was that good.
Yeah, no.
I'm kidding.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Russ is a great guy, and he's excellent at what he does. By the way, my contribution, I'm not going to take the prints. Obviously, I already own them. I'll give them out to somebody if I win. I'd say Mother May I. That's Mother May I. That's your name.
I like Rodney Ramosa's Captain Mayhem myself. So far, he's winning, guys.
Oh, Rodney's winning. And who is this?
Private Man. All right, so this right here is Beelzebub. He's probably the main bad guy to the whole series, but you don't find that out till way later. This is a
Spoiled
concept
it.
sketch. This is a concept sketch of Dawn of the Devil. So for Dawn of the Devil, that's our book coming out in February with Corey Hampshire.
Okay.
Corey Hampshire's doing the interior artwork, pencils and inks. Is doing an incredible job. And hopefully we'll have the book done by December and on to the color artist and letterers, and hopefully it'll be out on time in February.
I love Corey's art, by the way. I have a few pieces from him.
I know, man. I do too. I've got quite a few myself. Couple of Star Wars pages that he did for Marvel for Kylo Ren. So
nice. And who do we have here?
Who do we have here? He asked. Everybody, let me introduce you to Lucifer, aka the main character of Hellbringers, the star of Dawn of the Devil. So that will be the first appearance. We are 3 books into Hellbringers now, with Hellbringer 0, The Sacred Heart, Jengar and Shred, and now Dawn of the Devil will be the 4th, and he'll finally be making his first appearance in the 4th book.
Cool. Very cool.
But he makes his first cameo appearance in Jengar and Shred. This book coming out Saturday.
And speaking of Corey,
that right there is Astaroth. You can see Astaroth in the last book for the Sacred Heart. He makes a slight appearance.
So, you're writing and creating all this. Where did you come up with all these characters? Where did you come up with this concept, and when did you come up with all this?
So, you're not going to believe me when I tell you, but for a little while, my favorite thing to do was just sit out in the backyard and stare off, like looking at leaves and stuff. Like, I mean, just trying to relax. And when I would just start to think. You know what I mean? I would start to think about like worlds, like what would I do for my own comic? And it just kind of started to hit me about 3 or 4 months after I started drawing, and about 2 months after I went to my first show. That's kind of when I started getting the idea for Hellbringers. We did the comic first, and then the card game came about a year later. I just started designing the cards. The more I would think about like who I would put in the comic, the more I would come up with characters, and the more characters I came up with, I just kept them. Like I didn't scrap hardly any. Like there was maybe 5 or 6 that I scrapped, and I just, this is too terrible. This isn't going to make it. But the rest of them, I was like, man, I could use this. I could do something.
Did you do all the character designs?
So basically, when it comes to character designs, I would sketch out something for most of the artists, and it would be like the basic version of what they would look like. Like Corey got sketches of every single one of these characters before you see these concept sketches. Right. So I've got those. They're not in here, but I can show them to you sometime. But they're basically little concept designs for each, even the cards. I would do that for the cards too. There were certain people that you wouldn't have to do that with, though, like Michael Mastermaker, who's a card artist. He basically does top Star Wars cards. He does Marvel cards. That guy is one of the greatest minds that you could ever work with as far as design stuff, because you just tell him what you want, tell him what you want for the details, and then let him go to town. And he probably did that on about 22 characters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there's 22 out of the 120 that Michael pretty much just went to town on his own on. You know what I mean? And he was one of the very, very few that I couldn't or didn't have to give a sketch to.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, you're doing the writing chores, and of course, you're an artist as well, and you're talented, and you're doing covers. Do you How is it for you to concede your characters that you love to other artists, knowing that you are the artist and a writer, and they're your babies?
So say that one more time, Philip. I'm sorry, man.
How is it for you as an artist? Because you're not just a writer, you're an artist. How is it for you to hand over your characters, your babies, your creations to other artists and watch them make them come to life when you're
Oh,
an artist
I see
yourself?
what you're saying. Okay, so that is the best feeling I've ever felt in my entire life. Okay, so the reason I'm not doing the interiors on these books is because I don't feel confident enough in my ability to make good interior art as of 5 months ago. As of today, right now, there is a very damn good chance that I'm just going to break out the 11 by 17s and start going to town on a book myself.
Hell yeah. No
That
pun
is
intended.
that is one of the things I have learned through this experience is layouts. Layouts were my biggest problem when I was first trying. I do not have that problem right now because I can see everything in my head and I know where it's supposed to go on the page because I'm the one
Awesome.
telling everybody else what to do when it comes to this project management stuff for the pages right now for Jengar and Shred and stuff like that. Um, I mean, you're visualizing it and telling it to somebody else. Why can't you do it yourself? You
Right.
know, and that's kind of
Absolutely.
what I'm starting to feel. But back to what you're saying, it's almost like it's almost more satisfying in a way right now to see these other people doing it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have such respect for Rich Bonk, not just as a person, but as an artist. It is my pleasure to see him take a character like Jengar and Shred, which Rich Bonk for the design for this character for Jengar and Shred,
Mm-hmm.
there was not a there was a concept sketch by me for her armor, for her weapons, but it came from this.
Oh, wow.
Rich already had this as a watercolor painting, and I saw it when he had posted it, and I'm like, Rich, would you be interested in joining my card game and having that be the card? And he said, sure. And we never knew we were going to make a comic out of it. You know what I mean? Not
Right.
then. And this was one of those occasions. The reason I have it is because I bought the original artwork about
That's
a month
cool.
ago. Because or right before we did the comic, because that was the first appearance technically. She's topless there. She'll never be topless on my comic. So it's cool to have that piece because it's a one in a million in a way.
Well,
Because
it
it's
also sparked
all,
something, so it'll
yeah,
be nice to hang it up and always have that talking piece.
that's the other thing, man, is you need outside influence to keep you going sometimes, and you need a spark. And that was it was enough to look at Rich's image and write an entire story based off that one image, and then to come back and do 5 or so concept sketches and just give him those and say, go to town. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
And that's all you had to do because I mean, different characters I'll take more liberties on, and then some characters I give artists a little bit more leeway. You know what I
Right.
mean? But it's usually the ones that I can trust, not the ones that are going to try to sue me later or something like that.
So tell me, why do we want this book? What is the story? What's going on?
Okay, I will. This is adventure nonstop. It's action nonstop from the beginning of the book to the end of the book. You literally are in like just trapped. For the first 4 pages, you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and then it just kind of goes from there.
That's all
And
the dialogue, everybody. Just Bubbles saying, "Oh my god."
so the story just keeps building as it goes. You'll watch Jengar, who is this beautiful young Paleolithic woman who finds herself trapped in the underworld of hell. She doesn't exactly know where she is yet. She has to survive. It's Walking Dead, but without zombies. You're getting dinosaurs that regenerate when they die, and theropods that are always trying to kill you. So rest is not going to happen. And as you go in this universe, if you die, that's it. So I mean, it's not like it's not an eternal place. So she has to survive, and that's kind of the feel of the book. Um, she hunts and kills theropods for something that happens to her in this book. So it explains a little bit why she's a hunter of these things. And basically, she finds this baby theropod with her. Uh, his mom basically has been killed by these raptors. I give you that first page? I gave you the first page, didn't I?
Yeah, I can show those too. Am I right?
Exactly.
Andy.
Exactly.
Do you want me to show the page?
Yeah, show that page.
I'm not sure which is the first one because you didn't label them for me, but let me blow this up. Let me know if this is the right page. All right. Is that the page or is it the other one?
No. So this is actually a Dawn of the Devil page right here.
Oh, then you didn't give it to me because this is the page you gave me. These are the pages.
Okay.
So we'll go back to that.
So basically what's happening is Shred's laying right next to his dead mom. Basically, these raptors have just killed this Allosaur hybrid. And, she comes in, saves the day, kills some raptors, and then saves the dino. So she has a decision to make, kill it or save it. But for some reason, this one dino just kind of like entraps her. You know what I mean? And then boom, she's got a pet dino from there, basically.
So writing this protagonist, is it for your fetish for dinos, or is it is there is there like an emotional attachment? Like, who is the protagonist? Is she an archetype of someone in your life, your own emotions, somebody you know, or just somebody created out of the ether?
That is such a fantastic question. That is a good question. Out of all the shows that I've been on, that was probably the best question I've ever been asked in my entire life.
Cool.
So yeah,
something right.
So I wasn't ever going to tell anybody this, but that's the character is kind of like my mom. Okay, so in a way, my mom passed 10 years ago. She committed suicide. So the Forgotten Forest is kind of a place, where all of God's unwanted creatures go. So in a way, like her personality, that innocence, that whole like just demeanor of protection and stuff like that, it is portrayed through her because I think of it like that. So when you think of like the most innocent person you can think of, that's kind of what you think. And so that's kind of where she comes from. The reason she's, putting the flowers on the dinosaur's head and the cover is because that's something my mom would do. You know what I mean?
And so, how is that for you for writing? I mean, does it hit you hard? Is it cathartic?
Man, I'm so dead inside that none of that stuff ever like affects me. You know what I mean? But as far as writing the character, it helps a lot because it gives voice to the character. I always say the best thing for new writers, and this is something I thought I might have come up with, is give your character a voice. Pick an actor or somebody that you know in real life and base the character off them. You know what I mean? Because then you'll be able to easily give them a voice.
If you look at some of the great creations in pop culture and mythology, it's usually based on someone's great pain. For whatever reason, pain inspires beautiful creation. If that sounds odd, it just seems to be the case. Some musicians have written the most beautiful music based on pain. So I'm sorry you have that pain, but I'm glad that you're able to direct it and channel it into something productive and something positive and something beautiful. Good for you, and I hope it does do something for you. So you've got the idea of the protagonist in your mind. Is the villain based on, or the villains based on anybody you know?
Yes, they are. So Captain, I don't want to tell you about the villain too much. So the guys that you've seen on the cover so far is Captain Dreadnought, okay? And he does make his first appearance in the book, but it is brief. You know what I mean? And when you see him, you automatically get the feeling of dread. Just like his name, Dreadnought. But that was no pun intended. I promise. I did not mean to put that together. But he's evil, like to the core. Like he's working for the Order of the Devil, which is Lucifer's group. If you guys know the Hellbringers story, you know there's three main factions that are going to war right now because Lucifer is gone at the moment via the Sacred Heart story. This is all kind of a prequel to that, and then leads up to that moment of where we get to the Sacred Heart. But at this moment, when Captain Dreadnought comes in, it's basically because Lucifer sent him as a scout to go find his fire. Basically, it's a talisman that they entrap. You'll find out more about it in the book. But as Captain Dreadnought goes out looking for it, you got to remember that there is a vacuum of power that needs to be filled at the moment. And you know, Russ always tells you, Phil, that this is Game of Thrones in hell. Well, it kind of is. And, you know, Captain Dreadnought could ultimately fill the void of being the guy. You know what I mean?
So is there that power struggle portrayed among the villains themselves in the book as well then?
Yes. Yes. So just so you know, there are not too many good guys in the story. Like, period. Like,
Hey, Steph.
You got villains. What's up, Steph? You got villains versus villains versus villains versus villains to over top villains just to, you know, get you into the role of, just like I said, trying to take that power. So
Writing this book, you have the protagonist with a dinosaur. How hard is it for you to write a protagonist when they don't have a sidekick or someone to bounce off of, or are there a cast of characters that she feeds off of socially and bounces back, or how is it to write that?
So you have to understand, like, she's alone. Like there in the story, there weren't too many Paleolithic humans around when God was just like, boom, you know what I mean? And then that's when they went to the Forgotten Forest, which in the story, as you guys know, is right under the crust of the earth, in between the mantle. So this is a little magical area that God has created, that he takes all his stuff and throws away, that he doesn't want, and this is one of them. And so that's why she's there. She does find another. All I'm gonna say.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say. So, but you have to understand, she's there for an eternity, so it gets long and it gets lonely. And since the actual barrier, there's a barrier that actually comes around the forest at one point. As Lucifer's being cast down, she was already there first. You understand what I'm saying? So Gabriel and Michael come, put a barrier around the entire Forgotten Forest, and nobody can get out. You can go in, but know that when you go in, you're going to get ate by a goddamn theropod. So,
well, I mean,
it's crazy. That's what I'm telling you. It's nonstop action. It's nonstop adventure. Give it a try. If you want to see some dinosaurs eating a bunch of stuff, it's awesome if you love dinosaurs. I obviously love dinosaurs.
And are you planning for this to be an ongoing series that goes alongside Hellbringers? Is this a limited series? Is this a one, like just 3 issues? How far do you want to take this?
So, absolutely. I was thinking for this book right here that you could get a good solid 5-issue miniseries out of it without pushing it too far or dragging it out too much. You want to show the character in a light of what her life is, but at the same time tell the story and push the main story while you can. Because it all comes back to Hellbringers. It all comes back to Dawn of the Devil, which is going to be a prequel one-shot. So Dawn of the Devil will not be ongoing. It is just a prequel one-shot to tell you who Lucifer is, who Beelzebub is, and who Astaroth is. And these guys are the 3 guys that form the 3 factions of hell. So all of that will be explained through this book a little bit better. I want you guys to be like blown away by all the content that we give you that pushes the story for Hellbringers: The Sacred Heart, and also pushes all the Hellbringers books that come after that for that particular team, because the Hellbringers are a team in this world. So Lilith builds a team with Attila, and then she's going to have a few more that she'll have on her side, but it really won't matter in the end.
By the way, Helen wants to say good evening. And Steph, as always, funny guy. So this is where he comment bombs me and then blocks me. He's asking for friends. Steph is trying to get me into more trouble. He wants me to start throwing names out again. Just go read the post. Yeah, so do you have to read this story to enjoy Hellbringers, or should you read this story? I mean, because you're saying there are characters from Hellbringers that are going to make appearances in here, so it would seem important to get this book if you're enjoying Hellbringers, right?
So if you are a Hellbringers fan, if you want to know more about Hellbringers, if you enjoy Hellbringers, this is a must-have book, because you never know. Jengar and Shred could be major players in this universe, even though you're not giving them a chance, because they are literally the ones that don't have the chance, right? They're the
We
ones
all
that
love the underdog.
We all love an underdog. Exactly right. So there's a plan. There's a plan. And I'm telling you, you don't want to not get the first cameo appearance of the main character, which is Lucifer in the book, because that does happen in Jengar and Shred. There is a page where he's dropping down, and that's the first mention of all of that.
Cool.
But yeah, you want to get it. It does tie in. All of these stories will tie in that you're going to be seeing from me. I do not have any other books that are not Hellbringers related right now.
Now, I want to ask you, for me, a hero is only as good as the villain. Like, the reason why you never took He-Man serious, as much as we love the cartoon as kids, you look back and it's nostalgia, because Skeletor was never a threat. It's when the villain is actually a threat. And like that's why we love Empire Strikes Back, right? The Empire won. That's why Revenge of the Sith, they won. The good guys lost. So if you need to have a villain that make you believe that hero can lose for it to be a great hero. So tell us about the villain and what makes this a great villain.
So page 15, just the artwork on page 15 literally just shows it all. I don't even have to say anything. Like, you see that first page when he makes his first appearance and comes on the page, you're like, oh shit.
Nice.
I was worried about theropods. No. This is a character that is not just twisted, sinister. He has all of the tools that Jengar has in this world, as far as dexterity, hunting abilities, the ability to do something else that I haven't told you guys yet, and I will not reveal until the next issue.
See, I think that's great because I love protagonists, but unless the antagonist is a genuine threat.
I'm a villain guy too, man. Like when I first got into comics, everybody talks Batman and they talk Spider-Man having the best rogue galleries of all time for any comic book. I completely agree with that. And the reason why is because you could get behind some of these characters, like the Sandman. You know what I mean? Would you not do that for your family too if you had to? You know what I mean?
That's the point. A great villain doesn't think he's the villain because he's righteous in what he's doing.
Exactly. So Captain Dreadnought literally thinks that what he's doing is this great secret mission for Lucifer, who is the leader of this world. He literally thinks he's on this mission to gain his power back, like his great power. And if he finds it, he's going to give it to him, and he's going to be, he's going to be like well taken care of in the new empire, basically. Okay. Well, that could happen.
We're losing your audio, dude.
No, you still hear me, right?
Yeah, but it's not clear. What happened? It just dropped out.
You hear me now?
It sounds the same. Like we can hear you, but it's messed up. And this is not my fault. This is not my tech fault.
You hear me now?
Are you on your phone?
No.
It's so weird. It's very staticky and low. I mean, we hear you, but it's not easy. It just cut out. What happened? Did you hit a wire?
I don't know, man.
Can you plug headphones or something in?
You hear me now?
It's the same. We hear you saying, "Can you hear me now?" But the audio is not good. Can you plug in headphones or anything?
I don't have any headphones.
You want to go out and come back in, try to reboot?
Can you hear me? All right, hold on.
Double check the string in the tin can. I swear to God, Tech hates me, and I swear to God, Steph Wilson is trying to get me in trouble. I'm ignoring you, Steph. I'm ignoring you. Listen, Mark May is a great guy. He's human like everybody else. He just wants us to succeed, and he's worried and concerned. Make his dream come true. Help him. It's quality work. It's a quality book. Go pledge right now, and I'm going to put it up right now because I can do. And he's back. Let's see. How's the audio?
How is the audio?
We are back.
All right.
But real quick, let me just finish my thought. Guys, please go here to the link that's scrolling on the bottom and just go and hit notify me on launch. And once this bad boy launches, go pledge. Support it. Support indie artists. You guys, you're sick and tired of the same crap that's out there. You're sick and tired of them regurgitating the same characters and the same storylines and the same friggin' villains. Well, don't complain. Do something about it. And you know what you do about it? You go pledge a book like Jengar and Shred. Go check out a badass villain, a protagonist that you can connect with and has meaning, a fully dimensional character that is not just, it's not a two-dimensional simple character. Everybody has layers. So please go hit that notify on launch, and then when the launch comes, support. And if you can't pledge, share the hell out of this thing.
Please. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I can't do this without you. We're setting our goal at $5,000. The book costs a little bit more to make, so I don't mind taking a loss just to get the book made. This is literally just one of those things that, I do this for the love of comic books. I do not do this for any other reason. I do not make money from doing this. I have never made money from doing this. It is literally like travel the country, get seen, get as many fans as you can get, make your own stuff, rinse and repeat over and over and over. This right here, the making the book, the having it in your hand, this is the only reason I do this stuff, is so I can see my own book in my own hands, so I can tell myself at the end of the day that this was all worth it in 20 years when I just look at that book. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing about you, Mark. Your goal is higher because your quality is higher. I mean, you got Linsner on a cover. You got Chad. You had on your card game, you have a card with art from Joseph Rubinstein. So, he's investing in giving you the best product and the best quality out there. It's not just anything. He's trying to give you the best art there is. So that's why the goal is higher, because he is spending a lot. So you get a beautiful, beautiful product. So help him, man. Make his goal achievable. Make it a reality. Help him. Make it come true, man. He's just living a dream like everybody else. And what's the harm in pledging the money to a book, and you enjoy the book and watch? You'll want the next one. And then you'll want to start collecting Hellbringer if you didn't. Which, by the way, is there a way to get the prior campaign, like one, the card game, two, the Hellbringer books, that were already launched and successful? I mean, can somebody get them?
So, yeah, Chad told me that he would be shipping my Lentaculars through me at the end of the year. So maybe I'll have some come January that you can pick up from me. If you haven't seen them yet, this is the coolest cover ever. Like, no, I mean, from me, I'm sorry, not ever. You know what I mean?
I'm just laughing because Andy is on a roll with his puns tonight. He said the project sounds like dynamite. Hey, Phil Leon is here. How are you, man? He says hello to both of us.
Hey, man, how you doing? But the reason that Lentacular is so cool is because it goes from the left to the right, and it just changes views. And I really wanted to do one for this cover, cool. But we weren't able to pull it off. So
that is cool. That is very cool. And are you going to have any stretch goals on this that tie into prior campaigns, like the card game, things like that?
So for the card game, if you want to get the card game, guys, you can actually message me if you want set 3 for the foil cards, set 2 for the foil cards. Set 1 for the foil cards is sold out. Set 2 is almost sold out. If you're looking for just the paper decks, they're $20 a piece. You can message me for those. That'll give you all 52 characters per set with weapons cards, Joker cards. The game is so much fun. Philip, it's silentmayhemproductions.com is where you can get the game rules. All you need to do is have 2 dice and a piece of paper and a pencil, and then the card set, and then you can go to town, play against your friends. Even my friends that only sit home and play video games will come play this game with me. They actually love it. And I'll play with you too. All you have to do is buy the game, maybe go live with me on Facebook, and I'll destroy you. I've never been beaten. So
You created the game, of course.
it's not. I'm telling you, it's all chance. It's all luck.
I don't know if you all saw, he had a short appearance on one of my shows where I had just a litany of different indie characters, indie creators, and he showed a lot of the cards from the card game. Beautiful work. Becky Fuller had colored on some. Hey, Carlos, how are you? A lot of other great people associated with the project. Again, Joseph Rubenstein, etc. So yeah, I mean, look, we're all kind of stuck at home. A card game is a quick setup. It doesn't take long. Set up a card game, have a family night. You and your spouse, you and your brother or sister, you and your kids.
You're playing the game in less than 20 seconds, and the game only takes 15 minutes, and it's literally a 6 versus 6. And then if you lose, you get to be the boss while you face the guy that just beat you. And it is almost damn near impossible to beat the boss. So you'll have a great time. You'll have a great time. I'm telling you right now. Just give it a chance. You can message me on Facebook. Like I said, we can get you all set up. I mean, we don't have any shows to take these card games to. We usually sell out. And right now, I'm sitting on a ton of set 3,
You know what I should have done? I should have had you send me a bunch, and I would have sold them for you at the my show. Well, you know what? My show's in March. If you want, if you trust me, and if you don't, I don't blame you. That's fine. I understand. But send me a bunch. I'll sell them at the show, and I'll give you the money. I don't need anything for it. I'll just do it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't need money for it. You send it to me. I'll sell it at the show. Whatever money you make, I'll make sure you see it matches up and to what you gave me, and I'll send it to you.
Well, let's talk about it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, let's get you out there, man. Of course. It's about helping each other. Absolutely.
Well, I would definitely help you because you've helped me like 3 times now. It feels like I can usually tell when somebody's a piece of shit, and you are not one of them.
Well, good thing you didn't see that video yesterday.
No, I did. I did.
Did you really?
Yeah. I couldn't comment. I was on Facebook, Joe.
Let me show you all this cover here. Tell us about this. And again, that's the villain. Tell us about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rich Bonk's cover with Russ Cassidy's colors. And let me tell you how much I love this cover. I actually bought the original artwork for it. The cover is a Suspense Comics #3 homage, which was done originally by Alex Schomburg. And this is one of my all-time favorite covers, period. And so I knew it had to be a homage eventually on one of my books. And I didn't know I was going to be on the first one, but I love the cover so much that we kind of made it the trade edition.
That is cool. It's got like a golden age feel to it. It's really nice.
Well, that's the great thing about it is the original comic was a golden age,
right?
And that's why Russ homaged it, and Rich for the lines, but Russ, did the title and everything else, and he did the colors, and he hated me while we were doing it, but I got him to where he had it. Just like the original cover.
And this is the villain you were talking about before, correct?
This is Captain Dreadnought. Yep.
Very cool.
And as you can see, the Raptors aren't too scared of him.
Yeah. It's a great pose. I love the whole golden age feel to it. I think that is awesome. And retro stuff like that, it just brings you back to when comics were really good, man.
Yeah, when they were good. Because all those old comics back then had great stories. And most of the stories today are from those stories, It's just recycled over and over and over each generation in some way via the mythos or via the point of the story.
Now, those 2 pages you sent me, you said were from Sacred Heart because you didn't label them. I'm sorry, I don't have that.
Oh, Dawn of the Devil.
Oh, Dawn of the Devil.
Yeah, those are the Corey Hampshire pages.
All right, so you're gonna have to explain to people the chronology of things. Dawn of the Devil, Sacred Heart,
Yeah.
how it all
Well,
fits in. What
this
books
is
were,
true.
what started it, and where does it
This
go?
is true. So I do feel bad for you guys. I am jumping all over the place by telling you guys a story. Because the truth is, the Sacred Heart is the present day, basically. Jengar and Shred is going to start 10,000 years or so before Dawn of the Devil takes place. So Jengar and Shred would technically be your first book, and then it would go Dawn of the Devil, Hellbringers 0, the Sacred Heart would be right here. So
And
the
you're
one that came out before this is your most recent, basically, and this is going to be like your first.
so, but for those who don't know, the books that have already been made and published and successfully funded, what are those books for them, and what's the order they should read them in or buy them in so they can continue their story?
Okay, so Jengar and Shred would be number one. So the book that's coming out right now is going to be where you could start. It's the best starting point because that's where everything will start from, probably. And then Dawn of the Devil, which comes out in February, is next. And then Hellbringer 0, which is in the Art of Mark May Volume 1, is next. And you'll never find that again. And then The Sacred Heart, the one that Chad Harden just had on his Kickstarter, that's the most recent one.
Okay.
So that would be your like present day situation, as
Okay.
opposed to Gengar being 10,000 years ago.
So, when is this campaign starting? Tell us. When are we expecting this to launch?
This launch is Saturday, so
This Saturday.
this Saturday, and I'm thinking, in the morning time, so like 10 a.m. is probably when I'll do it, and then I'll come on live and tell everybody that I'm live, and I'll recluse to the bedroom under the covers and watch all of the all
No,
the stuff.
what you'll do is market the hell out of this. Let everybody know it's here. Show them how great it is. Get funded, and you're going to say, "You're right, Phil. I'm sorry I ever talked badly about myself and worried." Cut it out.
Hey, look, I'm just kidding when I say stuff like that. All
No,
right.
you're not. No, you're not. What you put out there is what you get back. Be confident. Be proud of your accomplishments. And if your product will sell itself, it's a good product. People will buy it. People love you. People care about you. The community is strong. We support each other, and it's going to be great. And you're going to succeed. So you don't have to hide under your covers. What you're going to do is you're going to be excited when you see those numbers go up. So this is what I'm going to tell you. I don't care how often you want. You share it to my page or you tag me so it's on my page. I don't care if it's every freaking day. All right. Before the campaign ends, if we have to get you on here, if you haven't, if you're close and you haven't made it yet, we'll get you on here. We'll do another jump on it or whatever, but we'll get you on here. You'll do what you got to do, and you're going to succeed. And I'm not taking no for an answer. Period. And I'm telling all of you out there, don't make me look like a liar. Go pledge this damn thing, all right? Go pledge this book. Support this man. Help him live his dream. That's what this community is supposed to be about. So give us your pitch again about this book. Why am I pledging on this book? How awesome is this damn thing? Tell me.
So as far as interior artwork, I'm telling you right now, guys, you're never going to be able to find another better book. Period. I mean, Rich Bonk, he's done work with DC, he's done work with Zenoscope, Dark Horse. I mean, you name it, this guy's done it. He is the man. He has been begging for the day that the dude could draw dinosaurs and hot chicks into one book. And if you look at his work, it blows you away, and you know it. Gary Kissel is an award-winning IDW color artist. This dude is the man. I actually got two people to where I couldn't let them color the book that I wanted to, and I went out and I searched for somebody that was the best, and I found him in Gary, and they make an awesome combination between the two of them. And the thing about the combination between the two is they made magic. And that magic is in this book, along with McLean McGuire lettering in the book. The dude is like the best letterer there is in comics right now. So I'm telling you guys, a lot of people like to put you a cover, and you're not going to read the book. You're just going to throw it in your collection, and you're going to let it sit and hope you make money on it. This is not one of those books. You could for sure do that on the collector side because of the cover qualities that we have. But I'm telling you right now, this is not one of those kind of books. You want to open it, you want to read it, you want to connect with the characters, you want to read about the characters. You want to, connect with Baby Shred, you get in there and you see these characters and you see the bad guy and you want to know what happens next for the next book. This series is going to run for probably, 4 or 5 issues. And when it does, you're going to want the next issue after every single issue. And this first one is going to be the one that brings you in and traps you, and we want to keep you there. You know what I mean? So if you ever were looking for an indie book that you were like, I'm tired of buying all these shitty modern books that don't have a story and we're just buying them for a cover, you know what I mean? And you're never going to read them. This is not it. We are giving you the best possible thing that you could ever ask for. As far as story, art, anything inside the book, I am a fan above all. I am a fan before I am a creator. I was always a fan of comics ever since I was a kid. I've read them ever since I was a child. The stories that we're going to give you and throw at you are comic stories that you want to read. These are not throwaway comics. These are going to be quality comics that you're going to want to read for a long, long time.
So let me ask you all out there, how many of you are collecting a title right now because it's the title you've collected your whole life? You're not really enjoying it, but because it's the characters you love, you're hoping it gets back to its glory. I know I am. I know I've been collecting X-Men, hoping it'll be X-Men again. It's probably never going to happen. So I'm just buying books that are not satisfying me because I'm hoping they'll eventually satisfy me.
And it just doesn't happen.
Well, now you have a fresh new book that can satisfy you. Can start again. You can start fresh. It's new.
It's like going and watching WWE Raw right now and, comparing it to what you saw 20 years ago with Stone Cold and The Rock and The Undertaker and Triple H and guys like that. You just can't do it. You know what I mean? But it might be that nostalgia and that story has already been told. Okay. So by saying that nostalgia and that story needs to be left alone, maybe you want to find new nostalgia. This is the way to do it. Give characters like this a chance. You might find that this is your new favorite character, not just the girl. A lot of you guys, this isn't just a girl's book. This main bad guy is a guy that you're going to be interested in, for sure.
And that's the thing too. When you tell me what inspires you to write the protagonist, that is such a heartfelt, personal thing that it makes you just say, you know what, this character is going to be interesting. This character is going to be in depth. It's going to be a rich character. It's going to be an interesting character, someone I want to root for. I mean, look, with all the crap that's going on, don't we want an underdog story? Don't we want to root for the underdog and be excited at the fact that, we don't know if the underdog is going to make it. It's a rough road, but, and it just makes it all that more interesting. And a villain, look, we all love Dr. Doom and Magneto, right? They're villains who think they're justified in what they're doing, and they're some of the greatest villains on earth, ever. Darth Vader, Well, go check out this book, check out this villain, because it's going to be a top villain on your list when you read this book. So I'm very serious about this. I don't know Mark long, but in the very short time I know Mark, he's a good guy. And I appreciate the things you've shared with me, the human side of you. I'm going to tell you, you're going to make it. It's going to do great. Enjoy the journey, brother, because we get one journey. Just enjoy it. And I'm going to tell everybody out there, help.
I have enjoyed it.
Pledge.
I have enjoyed the hell out of this.
Good.
From the time that, me and Chad were, putting that book out, like Chad even told you on a show one time, we were at each other's necks before. I mean, that kind of stuff happens like this, but you do it for the final result. You do it, to have that book in your hand. Because you can say that you're going to do anything in your life, but until you actually do it,
it's just words.
You haven't done anything. And so that's what we're trying to do. That's what I'm. If I'm going to call myself a professional comic artist, I should probably make comics.
Well, Andy Lee says he's excited to back this, so he's going to help back this. Good, thank you, Andy. Good for you, man. Now push everybody else too. Let everybody know. That's the other thing people don't realize. It's not just about the monetary value of your pledge. The more people you let know about this book, the more likely it is to get people who are interested in this book. It may be their niche. So please share it out. Let them know. Share this video out from Mark. Not from me, from Mark. Share this video out to everybody you know in every group, indie Kickstarter group, every group that's interested in dinosaurs and Satan and hell and magic and underdogs. Just share it out. By the way, Mike wanted to know how long the Kickstarter is.
30 days. 30 days.
And he had said that it might help in the future to release a trade with the out of print story. So that leads to what I was going to ask you. We touched on the tiers, but can you tell us a few more of the tiers, even the lower tiers that people may be able to afford even more, and can they get some of the older stuff?
Yeah, so the trade dress version is going to be $15 for that Rich Bonk cover. So that's very cheap for a Kickstarter.
Most Kickstarters are $20. Yeah.
So the other trade dress versions will go up to 20, and then the Virgin versions, I want to say it's either 30 or 40, and then the sets I think are 50. So
I want to remind everybody with a Virgin cover, a lot of people think $30 or $40 for a book. No, if you got a piece of art that size for $30 or $40 full color, you'd be getting a steal, because you'd be spending well over $150 just on a sketch cover of of a bust colored in, and he's giving you a Virgin cover that is a piece of art you can frame if you want to.
So they're limited. They're limited as well. They're limited to 50 on those. So all these books are super limited for every cover. Even the Linsner cover is super limited.
That's a beautiful cover.
I love that cover too, man. And even my cover is super limited. And I could have sold that.
You knocked that out of the park, by the way.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. That was, like I said, that's the reason I'm keeping that pencil art and the reason it's so expensive on the Kickstarter. If you guys don't know, you're going to have to take it from me, because that is literally the only way you're going to get it, is paying the price that you're going to see on that Kickstarter. Because other than that, it's going in a frame with a bunch of Baltic amber and mosquito inclusions. So I've already got it figured out what I'm going to do with this thing. Maybe some Allosaurus teeth too. I don't know.
Give me your last pitch and let us know where we can reach you and find you. And again, I'm going to put the link again in the chat right now. It's on the Creatorcon chat, though, for some reason. I didn't put it in my main one, but that's the link there. So give it to us, brother. Before we go, give it to us.
First things first, guys. Y'all don't owe me nothing. It's been a hell of a ride. I know Philip keeps pushing y'all to back the book. I would love it if you would back the book. We have delivered an amazing story. We've delivered incredible artwork. I did not pinch pennies. I gave it to people to where, we had to make the best book we could possibly make. And, we hired Linsner to do a cover. We got Rich Bonk to do the interiors, Gary to do the colors, McLean to do the letters, Sanju to do my colors for my cover, Russ, and Chad Harden are, an amazing duo right now, because Russ really leveled up on that cover, to say the least. Yeah, and the homage cover as well. That is truly incredible to watch his progression. But as far as everything else, guys, this is the Hellbringers book that you want. This is what starts it off. This is a new character that might be a major player. You guys know it's Game of Thrones in hell, so any one of these characters can eventually take the throne at the end of all this. I really hope that you give it a shot. This is my first Silent Mayhem Productions book that I have published, besides the Art of Mark May 2018 through 2020, and then the Art of Mark May Volume 1. And then this would be it, guys. Like, this is our first legitimate comic book in full form for Silent Mayhem Productions. This is Hellbringers coming back, baby. I mean, 2 months after we just got off that awesome, successful Kickstarter from Chad Harden helping us out, licensing out the product and helping us put it out there. You know what I mean? And now it's back to me. You know what I mean? And all of this Hellbringer stuff that we're talking about right now, that we've been talking about all night, it's not just going to be a fad, guys. I am going to be dedicating the rest of my life to putting this series out. So this is the first amazing Silent Mayhem Productions book that you can get, and you're going to love it. And if you don't love it, You can be one of the guys that comes in here when me and Phil do our next show and say, "Man, you suck, Private Flat Nuts."
Half nuts.
But
By the way,
please back the book. We need you. Like I said, you don't owe me nothing. Nobody watching this. I am just a guy that likes to make art, make comics. I cannot accept that star power crap. I just can't do it. We're just artists. We're just guys trying to make stuff. I will love you forever if you help us. We need your help.
Love you long time.
Yeah.
from Full Metal Jacket.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love that movie.
Phil Leon said he shared, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, we do. This is the best book I'm going to give you. I think it doesn't get better from here. I hate to say it.
You know, you have to come back on and show some of the interiors and a little bit of the story without throwing any spoilers out there. We'll work it out. We'll get you back on.
Awesome.
Yeah, you're gonna make this damn goal.
Dude, I'm trying. I mean, I have been advertising and marketing for the past 2-3 months. We did it during the card game. You know, I was talking about it all throughout the card game when I probably should have been talking about the card game. I can't thank enough all the people that have helped me put the card game out. All the artists that helped me do art for the cards. You know what I mean? Just this universe is shared by so many people. It feels like that it's not just about me. You know, it's about all of us succeeding. You know, Sarah Frazetta made her first published work with me in set 1. You know, and now she's on to do Vampirella covers. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't just take big name artists and put them in the card set. We combine it with, you know, artists that you've never heard of, quite frankly.
And that's your passion, man.
Yeah, and you've heard them. You've heard of them now, though. We like to help people, you know, the same way that I would like to be helped when I first started. But it just doesn't work like that in this industry. Like, comics will break your heart, kid, but today is not the day for us because they have already broke our hearts, and we are coming for that soul, baby.
I'm telling you, you hear me say it a million times. We're here to build a community. We have to build together. It takes one person to burn down a building, but it takes so many to build it up, and we can make such a wonderful community if we just support each other. The same way, you know, you want Mark to support you in your project and what you're doing, you got to support Mark and vice versa. Let's just do it. You know, let's do it together. And thank you, Kevin, for sharing this out as well. And he shared it out, and trust me, Kevin shared it out to a lot of people. That's what it's about. Actually, Mark, you should talk to Kevin. On the side, talk to Kevin. Is it Galati, or I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name, but he's in the chat. Go DM him. He's very good at helping with Kickstarters. Go talk to him.
Copy.
Seriously. So, Mark, man, you're a good guy. Obviously, we'll be talking regularly, so this isn't, you know, anything other than have a good night. But I'm glad you came on. I'm excited for you. This launches in 2 days, people. Saturday in the morning. Right now, go to the website, click the link to be notified when it launches, so you can be the first one to grab your choice of what tier you want before they sell out. Get it in there. Early pledges are important. They're very important. Don't wait till the end.
I got one more thing to say before you let me go.
Sure.
I just got some people to thank. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so let me first thank Marat Michaels for giving me the first chance to be published.
Good guy. Very good guy.
If it wasn't for him, we would not be having this conversation right now. Also, Rich Woodall, Ben Bishop. Those guys got me my second published work. I don't know if you ever saw it, but it was a trip. That's all I'm gonna say. That was in Space Force, so if you ever get a chance, check that out. Tom Hutchinson from Big Dog Inc. I got to thank him because I chased working with him for years, and he finally gave me the opportunity this year to do it, even though I thought, you know, I'd never be able to do it, honestly. So awesome to work with him. Let's see. Oh, Jacob Stem from Mule's Vision. I've got to thank him for giving me a shot too. So also OMG, a horror anthology. I think I'm doing issue 3 cover. So a big shout out to Rob Dietrich over there, and Russ Cassidy. Always my number one thank you goes to him, because without that guy, every day working with me and just being a friend and giving me shit, we probably would not be doing this either. So to the guys that gave me a shot to work with me, like Corey and Rich, it was really important and huge for you guys to do that, because I'm nobody, man, when it all comes
Everybody's somebody. Cut it out.
And
everybody's somebody.
I'm just saying. And
I know what you're saying, and I get the context, but everybody's somebody, and don't anybody ever forget that.
Joseph Michael Lisner and Christina Deke Lisner. This whole thing is because of y'all. Like the whole thing, giving us that logo and also doing the cover for us. Just giving us, I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but Joseph has messaged me and just told me how much he wants this to succeed. And, he liked my cover and told me it was great, which that was awesome, man. But to hear him talk about how much he wants this to succeed, this book, this one, that there's nothing that compares to that, man. And, having Chad come back and do a cover for us, I mean, again, you got to thank Chad too, because, the Sacred Heart wouldn't be out without him, So that's it, guys. I mean, there are tons of thank yous to be had all over this industry. Chris Giarusso for, first mentoring me, Stephen Koala for getting me in my first show. I mean, there's tons. Like, this moment is shared by so many people if we are successful. But even if it's failure, if it does fail, we are still successful by all the people that contributed into me being able to do this and giving me the confidence to succeed in anything else I can do in life. So I just wanted to say thanks again to everyone, even the fans especially, because without you guys, I wouldn't make money at all. Like, without commissions, without you buying the books, without anything, without your support, just even a like and a share sometimes really, boosts your mood. When you've worked hard on a piece, it's nice to see that, people like it. Even if, they don't want to hit the like button for political reasons or anything like that. It's still one of those, like, it's nice to see, like, Kyle Hotz or somebody like your post, or one of these big time artists, that really helps. So all these people telling me I'm a good dude, y'all don't know me. I'm just kidding. But I really appreciate everything from everybody and the con directors that have given me chances, like Rhode Island Comic Con, Connie Suzanne, those Pete's, like, all these guys, man, have just helped me out a ton, So all this is for y'all, man. You put your trust in me for the past 6 years with everything that you've given me. I'm giving it back to y'all right now. So if you want to see what you invested in, this is it.
Nice. So invest in it, guys. By the way, before we go, Kevin said he's digging the jersey in the background.
Oh, yeah. Go Hawks.
So look, Mark, we will be seeing you before 30 days is up again. And keep an eye out for Mark's other appearances. Again, go to the Kickstarter link that I posted there that's scrolling on the bottom. It's easy even just to go to Kickstarter and type in the Jengar and Shred, and you will probably get sent right there. It launches Saturday morning. Go click the green button. Be ready to launch when it's launching. Be ready and already there to get the alert.
Please pre-follow. It's so huge that you pre-follow. You might not see us again on Saturday. If you pre-follow, you're going to know exactly when this thing launches. You'll be able to hop on early deals, stuff like that. This is it, guys. This is the big Silent Mayhem Productions moment, and I really hope you're part of it. Please be a part of it.
Guys, I'm going to say one more thing, too. have you ever sat there and worried, will I get this job, or will this project make it, or will this be successful? And you sit there and you stress and you worry, and you're just praying to God, please let me just have this one thing, this one little thing, please. You guys got the power to make that happen. He doesn't ask God. He doesn't have to ask God. He just has to ask you. Go out there and help him out. All right. Having said that, Mark, man, you have a great night. You're going to have success. I'm looking forward to watching that success grow. And you're a humble guy and you're a good guy. You're probably too hard on yourself at times, but I get it. But you know what? That'll keep you humble, which is good. But you're going to be there. You're going to succeed. You're going to have a sigh of relief in 30 days. And you're going to know that the community embraces you. We're here for you. We wrap around you, man. We got you. All right? No kumbaya, but we're here.
Well, we might have to have that kumbaya. That sounds fun.
And one of the perks is you get to go play at his arcade if you. That's one of the pledges. Mark, have a great night. Hang out backstage for a minute if you don't mind. All right.
Got it. Yes, sir.
All right, everybody. Mark May.
Come
check it out. Okay. I'll see you in a minute. All right. So that was Mark May, another great indie creator, humble guy, just trying to make his way in life like the rest of us. So please help that out. Really, please. Share it out. Pledge. Do whatever you can. Even if it's the smallest pledge, every dollar counts. And don't wait. Hit that target button. Hit that button. Be there at the launch so that it's not forgotten. You get the reminders. You know to be there. And try not to wait till the end to pledge. The man doesn't need another heart attack. Let him feel comfortable from the beginning, okay? Pledge early. Having said that, tomorrow night on Creatorcon Q&A at 9 p.m., I have Jan Duursema and Tom Mandrake. If you weren't aware, Jan Duursema has done a lot of Star Wars. She did X Factor. Tom Mandrake is most well known for Martian Manhunter and The Spectre. They're wonderful people, Q-Word School graduates, and I believe still instructors. Wonderful couple, has been married for a long time. If you've ever seen them at a show, they're just the sweetest, nicest people with very talented children. Their adult children are excellent artists as well. So come on out tomorrow night at 9 p.m. to check them out. We'll have them both on at the same time. And an announcement, another add-on, Ron Wilson. Ron Wilson will be on Saturday night with me for a special episode at 9 p.m. He's also going to be selling some art at the show at 9 p.m. That's Ron Wilson. If you don't know who he is, go look him up. Because some of the books that you love, Ron Wilson drew back in the 70s and 80s. Remember that book with the champion fighting the Hulk and Thing? Well, the Hulk ripped his gloves off and got disqualified, but the Thing and all that, remember that book? Number 11? That's Ron Wilson. So come on out tomorrow night for Jan Duursema and Tom Mandrake. Come on out Saturday for Ron Wilson, and then it's a whole new week of guests again. And we got some great guests coming up in the month if those aren't good enough for you, which they better be. And lastly, I'm just going to say a lot of people were very kind to me in the last 24 hours. People I don't even know were messaging me, telling me how things, how I've impacted their lives and how they appreciate, and it overwhelmed me and shocked me and surprised me actually. To get that feedback, to know that what you're doing matters to somebody, that means something, you're leaving an imprint somewhere, is humbling, and at the same time, it's nice. It's really nice to know that people acknowledge and see what you're trying to do, and even the smallest bit of input I've put into the industry. I'm not big. I'm not with the big wigs, but I do my best to try to bring people together, and I'm not the only one who does it. There are other people that do it too. There are a lot of people trying to bring this community together, so it's not me. It's a lot of people. And it starts with the people that are always on this show, like Steve Garcia and Heather and Dell and a lot of people that are always in this chat. They're always on my show. And God knows I have a lot of shows. I've already logged over 50 shows. I've already logged over 150 hours. And it's only been 4 months. And you're all here faithfully. And for every one of you crazy, crazy people that sat through that 2 hours yesterday, I don't know if I should hug you or commit you, but God bless you all. And I really, really mean that. And thank you for all the messages that I got on the side, all the things that were said, all the love. You guys could have torn me apart. You could have put me down. You could have made a mockery of me. God knows I made it of myself. And you guys were there for me. I love that, and I love you. Thank you. God bless all of you. Have a great, wonderful night. I hope to see you tomorrow. And if I don't, I hope you have a wonderful day and evening. And I'm just going to say, keep the faith, keep the hope. They can't stop us. March 14th, Suffolk Comic and Art Expo. You can kiss my ass. And you know who I'm talking about, people. So anyway, be legendary and have fun storming the castle.